Oh, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Philly here. Just want to welcome you all to Being the Asylum. This will be episode 248. I don't think Omega is going to be available to me. I think he passed out. So, unfortunately, there'll be no fun topics tonight. But we're still going to do the show here. And here with me to do the show with me, when we go through some things we're going to talk about is well, not the Omega Red. I almost said his name there. But the True Jaybird is here with me.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up?
Typical smart sleep on the job. Wow.
Yeah, typical smart. But the idea to make a full Omega Red if he's going to be available tomorrow. Because tomorrow I had ideas to do, but I decided to postpone it on Tuesday instead. We're going to see Drake and Josh, and we'll talk more about that on the Tuesday of it. Because that situation for Mr. Rick and Jay,
Yeah.
very 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 unfortunate. Of what happened that, and fuck YouTube by the way for that.
Yep.
You want to flag me too now, YouTube? When I said that?
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. What comes to um of it, Omega Red will see happens tomorrow night for it. And I will let the group chat know what comes to the Drake and Josh group chat with that too as well. But that way Mr. J can know about it, in case if he does want to be part of it or not.
Okay.
But yeah, so as far as tomorrow night we'll try to do another be in the Asylum for it. Hopefully Omega Red will be part of this time. Because we're gonna discuss something when it comes to Saturday for NXT No Mercy.
No mercy.
And speaking of shows, that's when it comes to that alone, there's also a show that that's gonna happen. Let's see, I want to see if it's happening tomorrow night. Actually, no, actually, yeah, yeah, I figured it would be tomorrow night as well. And that is TNA Victory Road.
All right.
Yes, and for those that should know, TNA Wrestling has already did the home show. I didn't see it, unfortunately. Had to do some things, and by the time I came back, I like just I was basically preparing for the show. So, but
Mm-hmm.
but we will still go to the card, and there was a car on that because cars are subject to change. It was originally a match supposed to happen. It's still going to happen. Yeah, I think the match will still happen, but it's not gonna happen with the one person that's not gonna be part of it, unfortunately. And we'll get to that when we get to it as well. Uh, First off,
Okay.
let's get AW out of the way first.
AW. All right.
So AW did this show Dynamite. I thought the show was okay. That's all I can
All
say
right.
about the show itself. Now was it a bad show? No. Was the parts of it was bad on the show? Yes.
It wasn't a bad show. It wasn't a good show. It was the show.
Oh wow. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's only the show of AW to watch instead of Collision.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true.
But it does sell something for Collision. People for anyone that wants to watch. For again, don't watch Collision anyway. Or to even care about it. But
He's lying. I do. I watch a smirk.
yes.
I love Rampage. I mean, Collision.
Yeah, rant made anything no more. And I wonder why too. I'm pretty sure Collision will be the next thing that's a goal. That's more of the same from stage.
Yep.
But anyways, um So I want to get one thing out of the way, and that is something that we all knew was coming. It was inevitable.
Mhm.
Everybody can't be upset with it because this was talked about by Tony Khan. Because Tony Khan had a major announcement that he's promoting since
Oh,
All Out,
uh-huh.
and we went into like before we get to the main event, which we'll talk about what happened with that show, what was the main event, but it was Renee Paquette after Tony Khan made an announcement that we're getting an AW Women's World Tag Team Championships.
Yep. They did it.
Yes, and it's been made since maybe I can't remember if he said since last year or whatever. I don't recall, but this basically was these were already made, and they're waiting for right time to introduce him. Not doing it, and the reason they couldn't introduce him because most of the women of the roster were unfortunately hurt
Yeah.
because some women that AEW put up together, they want them to be a tag team. Hmm.
Mhm.
So Thunder Rosa was one of them, which I'm pretty sure it was going to be Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm at the time. The whole Thunder tits.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
And you had Deon Purrazzo and Valkyrie, the Bandana. We all know where they're at now. They're a Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Also, Deon Purrazzo also got absent for a reason. I don't know. After one day, was it because of the injuries?
Nope.
But and you also had the Renegade sisters. But one of them, I think one of them were getting hurt, which I think it was Charlotte Renegade. Because we saw Robin Renegade. So since last week against Riho.
Hmm.
So yeah, I also Cameron also got her too. I mean, Holly Cameron, got her too. From that during this time this month because it was supposed to be her and what I doubt it was good Canada and Holly Cameron. I think it was supposed to be with someone else, but they started making them as a thing. 'Cause I
Yeah.
believe it probably would have been Canada and was Nightingale to reunite it. Or, even though it really like to trust her, but I think that's good and that's going to lead to them becoming a tech champions. If that's how they want to the route they want to go with.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically we can't be upset with this. With them introducing women taking championships because we all knew this was coming. We all thought it was gonna come when you have Soraya there forming the Outcast.
Yeah.
Now yeah, so I just want to make that perfectly clear for everyone. I'm not upset that we have women taking titles. What I'm upset with is the
Oh.
design that they came out with.
Yep. And you see it right here. See what my profile says.
Yes. Hold on a second. Why not? Oh, really? Okay, whatever. These new upgrades piss me off now. But it's where you are. Famous. Yes. Basically, it's the same design of the when the World Tag Team Championships that AEW has for the men's.
Yeah.
It's
Just with
just it's that's basically what it is. Or carbon copy. It says women's on it.
yeah, and just and different side plates. That's about it.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing here. I'm like, oh my
They
god,
didn't even they didn't
they
even
went the
try.
WWE route.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like even the women's tag team championships, they had, like when they um introduced them, they actually had their own design. It was a nice design. Yep.
Yeah. And you
It,
say, well, what about the TNT and TBS championship? True, except for one thing. It's not called the Women's TNT Championship.
yeah. and plus, obviously they're based on the channels that they're on. So
Exactly.
yeah, it is the same design, but there's slight differences to make it stand out. It's not like like a direct copy and paste. They they at least for the TBS championship they had their own difference to it.
Hmm.
Side plates, the colors, the logo of TBS obviously. You know, it makes it its own thing. But
Yeah.
this is literally like they took the world tag team titles, right? And they just added
Hmm.
the women's to it. They upgraded the AEW logo and they just added new side plates. That's about it.
Mm. Well, that's missing. It should, they, it should have been the white strap instead of the black strap.
Yeah, they didn't even do that. Yeah, they didn't even do that.
Oh
But
man,
yeah, I mean, dude, even the TNA Knockout Tag Team Championships have their own unique design.
that's true. And they copy it, and yeah.
No, they're not.
Mm.
So when I saw that, I was like, really? And the thing is, AEW they have great title designs. They have really
Yeah,
good
they
title
do.
designs. You would think they
That's what
would
sucks
give
me
it.
the most.
Yeah, you would think they would at least give it its own identity, its own design, but no. It's just well, I mean, let's just use the tag team titles, design that we have for the men. Let's do that. Yeah, just I wasn't impressed when I saw this. Like, really?
Yeah, but yeah. So again, with all this thing with the AEW was um, I think championships. When the moment that Tony Khan said, well, that they told us basically that Tony Khan made an announcement coming out from All Out that he's going to make an announcement on Dynamite. We all figured it was going to be the women's team titles, finally be introduced. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then with regard to the design, you know, because again, I don't know if people were upset that that we're getting more belts, which again, you can't really be upset because he told us already about this. It was only a matter of when it's going to happen. Y'all should be
Yeah,
upset about how the belt look.
yeah. Which I mean, I'm pretty much both. Like, there's too many belts in AEW, and this belt it's just a copy and paste. So that's both
Yeah,
things I'm really, and
and,
especially
and
when
I
you
like
can.
and I like the design. I like the design of the second house that they guys, but you could just something
Yeah,
a little different for the women's.
yeah, hmm yeah, yeah. They didn't try. They pulled up. Even with Cassie trash more than this.
But
But yeah, all,
yeah,
all the things is how they're booked and who's gonna win it. So
yeah, so to
we'll
do
see what
because
happens.
has nothing to bring up too. At least with AW, they got enough women's that you can have an you know
Beat tag teams.
the word I don't know where I'm trying to find here, but
They have enough
at
tag
least
teams to. They have enough women to make tag teams and to at least have a tag team division. You know,
yeah. It's
so
and that's a problem and that's a big problem that WWE is facing because they have enough women's on your that have on the contract too. But the problem is they don't have a tag team division. That's the
no,
question is WWE does not have a women's tag team division. No, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are not a tag team. They were just put together just because the
yeah,
try to get Charlotte Flair over.
yeah. You're right. They're not best friends. Yeah, you're right. They're not best friends.
And also,
But
I won't be surprised if they try to have Julia and Karen James become tag team champions. Even though they're not really a tag team.
they're a group, so it counts. So but yeah.
So so with Jibber coming back, but yeah, so AEW they got enough women there that you could put together to be a tag team, and they've already been doing that. By the way, they've been doing that since for with Julia Hart and Sky Blue. They've been together almost over like a year or two so far, and now they're with Tekla. Well, actually, Tekla I see her more of a man, a singles man, a fan player, when it comes to the AEW World Championship, you know. But a single star, I should say. Um, and then you got Julia and Scott Blue be a tag team for that women's tag team division. Again, well, whenever Thunder Rosa comes back, whoever they want her to team up with, it could be someone that she could team up with because it's like it's another thing too because Thomas Tony Storm is no longer the women's world champion. Thomas Tony Storm is um it's gonna be team up with me and Shirakawa. That could be a tag team now because if Mariah May was still there, it probably would have been Mariah May and me and Shirakawa. Maybe. Um, but more on May as Blake Monroe later on. But yeah, Thomas Twin Storm and Misha Chicago did a tag team. I don't know whenever Thomas Twin Storm will come back. Not saying she's injured or anything, but she wasn't on the show tonight. On that night, I should say, of Dynamite. And I doubt she'll be on Collision, but we'll see if Misha Chicago and Thomas Twin Storm will be a tag team. And we'll see what happens when Charlotte Renegade comes back. What comes to the Renegade systems, the Renegade systems being part of this as well. Because there's talks that Michelle Monet wants to form a faction with the Renegade sisters. I don't know if that's going to happen. We thought it was going to start last week, but that didn't really turn out as we thought it would.
Yeah, they're gonna be called they're gonna be called the CEO connection.
The CEO connection. But yeah, so they got enough women to make a tag team division, and it depends also how Tony Khan is gonna use it, how he's gonna book it, because he's not been doing a very good job with the tag division for the men's, especially when you got Bro Dito. That's not to me really a tag team. It was put together for sake of just putting them together, and here they are as tag team champions now. I still don't look at them as a tag team. It doesn't mean I hate their team. I just don't get why they're a tag team when you got Bandino, who's a Ring of Honor world champion for Ring of Honor, and Brody King should be more than just a guy going to the tag team titles. So it's only a matter of how Tony Khan books the women's tag team division. Unless what you got the Young Bucks, telling them how to do, 50 flips, in their tag team move, in their tag team matches, But anyways, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. With these new tag team titles for the women's, and we'll see how it's being presented. And it's only a matter of time before they start come out with the brackets to see who's going to be in the tournament, and then we'll see how it turns out to be when it comes to the women's tag team division, and we'll see how it works out at the end of it. So yeah, all we gotta do is for all the time, keep saying let it play out. We'll see how it plays out. When it comes to the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships, when it comes to this new Women's Tag Team division for AEW. All you gotta do now is to present it, saying that WWE has tried to present for the last 4 years, and they have done a poorly miserable job of doing that.
Don't worry, we're gonna have Mercedes have a tag partner, they'll be the tag team champions. They'll be the women's tag team champions for like years. There you go.
There you go.
And then when she loses it, she'll cry in a hotel room. Oh no.
Yeah. So now that out of the way, after that announcement was made, we got to the main event of AEW's Dynamite show.
It's
And no, we're not done.
for
We're not,
me.
and yeah, but no, we're not done. After I'll talk about this one with AEW. Let's do a little bit more talk about AEW. But I just want to bring this up because this was the follow after that announcement was made. Well, at least that the titles for the women's, because they promoted Mina Shirakawa, who is the Ring of Honor interim
Oh
Women's
god.
World Television Champion versus
Mm-hmm.
the new AEW Women's World Champion coming out of All Out, Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, you're asking, okay, so what's wrong with that? We just saw All Out on main event of the TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher versus the Hangman Adam Page, who's the AEW World Champion, or how they say, the AEW Men's World Champion.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing now. Why do you keep saying the men's world champion? Just say world champion.
I have no idea. As a matter of fact, this been going on since Hangman Page saying this, when he first won the tournament of the
Yeah,
tournament that he started.
yeah, he's been. Yeah,
I found it very weird when he said that. Like, what the hell? Did he just say men's? Like,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was weird, and they're still doing this. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. So
and
like
not
what?
only that,
So
they even had Kyle Fletcher say it, during the program, leading up to All Out.
yeah, I hope that's not the new name for the AEW. Like, bro, just call
Oh,
it
like,
the
oh, like, is that gonna be the thing now? They're gonna call it the men's. Oh, like what? Who does that?
So what? So are we gonna? So for the men tag team division, are we gonna call it like the men's tag team world tag team titles? Cincinnati got the women's one. Is that what we're gonna do? That's like
Yeah.
remember. That's like when remember when they were trying to like get rid of the women's women's championship, like they were trying to do that. Just call it the NXT championship. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which they didn't. Which that didn't last long. Which thank God they didn't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of reminds me. I was like, bro, you don't need to do that. Just call it. It's the AW World Championship. We got the Women's World Championship. You don't need.
Just
You don't
call
need
it
to
what
say
it is.
Yeah, that's like WWE saying, oh, we got the men's WWE Championship. Like what? The WWE
Like
men's
seriously.
championship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Like
Yeah, we
seriously,
don't need.
I don't know where this came. I don't know where this came from. So I know it wasn't Heyman's idea. I can tell you that much. It wasn't Heyman's idea to say this.
It could have been. He's probably they're obviously making him say that. So, well, we got to be diverse. There's all diversity.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
So what's next? We're gonna have an AW non-binary championship. Oh no, boy. Let's not give them ideas. They probably will think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Shane's not here, so I'll do
it. Yeah. So yeah, man. It's
a little weird.
It's weird that they're doing that, and they're still continuing doing this, but by calling it the men's world championship.
If I was a wrestler, if I was like a heel, and I heard like Heyman or someone else say the men's world championship, like, bro, I'll be like, bro, stop! It's just the world's championship. Stop saying men. Who's making you say this? Cody Khan? Yeah.
Like, I don't know who they're trying to appeal to by saying that. I say one thing, it's not appealing to me.
Nope.
Anyway, so yeah, but as I was saying, what comes to the main event for Dynamite, basically for real, even though it's Ring of Honor, but still, Ring of Honor is part of AW. No matter how people try to spin it. Well, but it's a different company. No, it's owned by
No,
Tony Khan, and Tony Khan presents his Ring of Honor champions on the show. Unless your name's Athena. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty much the ECW of AW. You know,
yeah,
it's basically AEW Ring of Honor. That's what it is.
exactly.
That's what-
So
No, it's
yeah,
not.
yeah, but yeah. So yeah, your interim Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion, Mean Chicago versus the AW Women's World Champion, Trish Canada for the main event of Dynamite. Meanwhile, you just had the TNT champion Kyle Fletcher versus the AW World Champion Hangman Adam Page for All Out. Now I'm not saying that's a bad idea to all have the women's main event, but at the same time, me and Chicago, what has she done to get a shot at this title? Oh no, but it's an
Yeah,
open challenge doing like that, Just like they did with Hangman, by the way, open challenge against Lee Moriarty because he's from Pittsburgh.
okay, but that's not really like for especially for Chris Gallagher. You know, that's not really main event worthy. No offense, but I mean, it's just not.
Mm-mm.
I'm
No.
real with you, bro. I mean, it sucks to say it, but let's be real. Chris Gallagher is most likely a transitional champion, which sucks to say because
Someone
I've been
said that too,
wanting.
by the way. Someone said that too. She's already a transitional champion to Michigan's money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's mainly what they're gonna do because they're gonna add like what is gonna be like a 10th belt that she wins. Mercedes. Uh, so and it really sucks because I wanted Chris Allen to be a world champion, the women's world champion, but
Mm-hmm.
it just feels like she's just holding it just for someone else. It doesn't feel like she's really a champion. They're gonna give her like some matches to build it up a little bit. And then once it's time for Mercedes, to face her, you already know what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, the last two matches they had, Mr. Monday got the better of Chris Tanner. And they were good
yeah,
matches too. Don't get me wrong, they were good matches,
yeah,
but
they're good matches, but yeah, you
so
already
yeah,
you already seen the win or law.
you see the writing on the wall already about what they're gonna do. Now, it's only a matter of when they're gonna do it. Are they gonna do it at World's End? We shall see.
We'll see.
But yeah, and the match they had was fine by the way with me and Chicago and Chris Tanner. And obviously, coming into the match, did anyone really expect that Chris Tanner after winning the title from All Out, she's gonna lose it to me and Chicago?
Yeah,
No offense,
I did.
me and Chicago, but no, that was not gonna happen. Um, because she won with the seatbelt. It's a pin commission that's used by Weird Useless.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Weird Useless,
Yep.
after the match is over, you also have Harley Cameron out there, you'll be along with Super Santa, and then the Death Ride came out. And, oh boy, here we go. This is it. The moment of truth. What's happening here? So Weird Useless was hugging Chris Santa, and Harley Cameron seeing this. She's
Lucky.
just she's just beside herself. Like she can't believe what she's seeing here. And then Christina hugs him back a little bit. Basically, yeah, basically like in the look of her eyes, like she had no choice. She had no choice but to join the Death Riders. Only to swerve us.
Swerve when I got
In a way, yeah. Because she closed up the shit out of We're Useless.
Yep. And I know Jordan loved that. Like, yeah.
I love the move. And because
I
I,
know.
I was worried I was worried they were going to put her in the Death Riders.
Yeah. Which thank
And then
God
when she
she
did
don't
the
need to be part of it.
clothesline, yes. And when she did it, I was like, holy shit! I popped for it. Like yes. I was like,
And then she gave the middle finger. Yep, and she gave the middle finger to John Moxley to
to
his face.
Moxley. Yep.
And
And she,
I think he looked back there a little bit, like he smiled, like he was laughing.
yep.
Yeah.
And she went to the crowd. Play camera follow suit, and this reminded me of DDP. When he was drunk, he pretended to join the NWO, going to Diamond Color, Scott Hall. Him not sees what, well, the result what happened after that. CP, got on his way. Him not, like an idiot, couldn't stop. He went over the ropes and to the table with him, almost hit a fan by way. If you remember that, remember seeing that on
Yeah.
that show. And
Hmm.
DP went to the crowd, and was smart for DP to do that because I mean, I did. Maybe after that, that's the first time he ever did that by the way, going into the crowd. And from there he was known as in those days at the time, you're people's champion. Also, who was the champion though at the time yet, but still, was the world champion or any type of championships that were had a prestige into it.
Hmm.
But that's basically remind me of what Christina did there. Basically, I mean it's been done before in wrestling before, but this was way cool that Christina did that. So yeah, Christina,
Yeah.
she's not turning heel, thank God.
Yeah, she pulled the DDP, bro. She pulled the DDP.
She's full DP. She's not doing the Death Riders. Thank God.
Yeah, because I mean that'd be the death of her career. Jim, that's right.
Mm-hmm. It's already ready for Dan Garcia now. So
Yeah, it's not doing anything with Daniel Garcia. What's that gonna do? You
and
think
in the
I'm
process of all
stupid?
this, yeah, you think I'm stupid?
Well, yeah, for joining
Like,
the Death Riders, yeah.
yeah, yeah. That makes you pretty stupid.
I'm nobody's pawn. Shut up.
Shut up. Well, where you live is obviously heartbroken on that, and well, isn't a resume of him being useless because he tried to recruit Pretender and he failed. Useless.
Yep. And he really lives up to his name. Really useless.
And then make matters worse, Darby Allin comes out. He
Yep.
brings out, and no, I'm not saying I'm not big on Darby Allin. Of course, I'm still big on Darby Allin, but his what's that? It gets worse because he comes out with a blowtorch.
Yep, he had blowtorch, and obviously, Moxley, you're trying to get away, and he tripped over the steel steps, which I thought was funny. But yeah, and I think they're gonna have an I Quit match in the next pay per view. What's the next pay per view? Oh yeah, Wrestle Dream, yeah. So I think
So
they're gonna have I
yes,
Quit. So yeah, most
they're gonna
likely
have an
Darby's
I Quit
winning.
match,
Yeah,
and so it's going Darby Allin's going to parties to set someone on fire, which if I would be Maria Shafir, and we'll see
yeah,
Moxie will say the words I quit. Well,
and
that's so riveting.
also because I remember after All Out, when their match was over, I remember Darby put Moxley in a body bag and lit on fire. And I think saying burn, burn. And
Yeah.
all I was saying about was, burn it down.
Oh fuck.
Wow. I'm sure Seth probably enjoyed that. You should have said burn it down. You should have said that.
well, we want to change his catchphrase now, But
I mean,
yeah, it's good you mentioned that too, because I mentioned before, Mark Briscoe and MJF couldn't have a match that had involves fire, but later on, we don't game Monster game set on fire by Darby Allin.
yep.
Tell me how that.
I think it's great.
But anyways, but speaking of MJF, MJF's gonna take some time off. Take time off. Even though I don't think he should take time off, but still, which I can understand too, because I think it was we should too. The whole honeymoon thing to actually do. Since he decided to leave that honeymoon just to screw over Mark Briscoe. But So Andre's gonna be gone for a while, and when he comes back, he's gonna do things his way, and he's gonna be the most dangerous man, and blah 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 blah. I'm sorry, you had that chance to do last year when you turned on Danny Garcia, and what happened? You ended up being right back where you were before.
Yeah, but obviously that with Adam Cole didn't help either.
Yeah, because think about it too. MJF was Soup doing some comedy stuff. During the time when they was trying to recruit him, to be in her syndicate.
Yep.
Hiding behind Tony Khan, at the production, at gorilla position, and Tony Khan, looking all stupid, with his acting.
Mm-hmm.
Look like he was high or something with cocaine or something.
Well, what else is new?
You can see how it's all bug out and everything. But anyways, but yeah, I already mentioned Hangman, the whole open challenge thing to face someone. It was Lee Moriarty,
Mm-hmm.
which I was fine with the match. It was fine. It was whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm about to get AW doing this open challenge stuff where we're doing open challenge, and guess what? He's wrestling this guy. Instead of make it, having a surprise of who what who's going to set you up in challenge. They just announce who's set you up in challenge. Yeah, I hate when they do that shit.
Yeah, it was like just keep it a surprise. Like, even if it is someone in the current roster, just just keep it as a surprise.
Yeah, and it was for the world title, I'm like, yeah, Lee Moriarty could become the AW World Champion.
He is.
I've warmed up to Lee Moriarty as I'm not saying that because we don't see him much anymore. Cause I still watch some Ring Market reviews, and he's always on there when it comes to defending his career championship title. He's doing a great job, but not the belt,
All right.
So so I haven't told him all that. So but yeah, at the time it was ridiculous how they were pushing him, shoving him down throats. They even at one point protected him. Again, the one that came across to me was the match with Hook, when Hook going in the red room, and he passed out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait a minute, you're not gonna have him tap out? You have him pass out? Like, I was with my mind. Like, why are you protecting this guy?
I forgot they were really pushing like that. I forgot about that.
I mean, if you want to call it a push, but well, I was like, what the? Like, I was like, what? I was a little pissed. Like, why are you protecting this guy? Like, he's not gonna be world champion in this company.
Yeah, he is.
Maybe Ring of Honor, but everyone that watches, but
That's just as good.
I mean, I guess you could say. But yeah, and then Hangman is going to be involved with the Death Riders again. It's like he can't escape the vortex of the Death Riders. But I get it. It's part of the story. Since the ops helped him, in the past as well, he's going to help him out too. So because Kenta Shibata is going to be out for a bit. Don't know for how long. I'm pretty sure it's a kayfabe injury, whatever it's supposed to be. When that's concerned, and Garcia from that pre-show. Um, but yeah, that's basically what's going to happen there. Next week is going to be a 3-way match. Yeah, because I haven't seen enough of those, right? But that probably be the main event, maybe. I don't know. I really don't care.
There you
But
go.
but speaking of open challenges, they also go to open challenge for Collision as well, with the return of Commander to face
Boy.
TNT champion Kyle Fletcher.
Wow.
Look, I'll say this: I'm glad Commander is back and healthy. Doesn't mean I want to see him. Well, he's he's back, and healthy.
Just a minute. You have a commander mask in your room. Just a minute.
Do they even sell commander mask on the shop?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm curious.
I mean, I don't think they've ever sold Pentamask or anything. So,
No, they never did. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you one thing: they ain't showing no Excalibur match. Yo, sock face.
Picture.
And for once, yo, Excalibur didn't know me on that night, Dynamite. I mean, those two parts that you chuckle a little bit, because of some matches. But hell, he even chuckled when with the whole thing with Cassandra, swerving the different that she's done with them, which I was fine with that. I was fine with that one because because I was covered that night. When it comes to Cassandra, basically the idea of Cassandra being part of Death Riders. Yeah,
Mhm.
that would have been bad. But I'm glad that wasn't the case. So um, but yeah so Commander's going to face Kyle Fletcher. That doesn't mean now Kyle Fletcher's going to lose because Kyle Fletcher is going to be have to be it's basically his momentum that he's got to win because Kyle Fletcher's going to face Hologram, the undefeated Hologram, right? 43 and 0. They could say he's undefeated only once. To me, if you remember that match that he had with Beast Immortals, a match that came out of nowhere. I don't remember what pay per view it was. The 12
Yeah.
falls, what they haven't, when he did get pinned in the match. But hey, it's okay. He won the match. He's still on the 12 falls. That means he's still undefeated. No, he's not.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't care. I don't care how they try to spin it that way. He took a pinfall, which means he took a L.
Doesn't count. So shut up, Bob.
So yeah, but that's basically what they're doing. They're basically doing title for versus streak on Dynamite, which by the way next week Dynamite is going to do the 6-year anniversary show. That's why they're doing it, by the way.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. AEW Dynamite 6. Yeah, since this is a 6 episode, we're gonna bring in Sean Weltman. Yeah, we're gonna bring in 6.
6, and then WWE will block him and ban him for life
Oh boy,
and remove him from the Hall of Fame page.
I don't know if they're gonna do that.
But no, you know what you could do to counter if you do bring Sean Woodman at 6, you can counter him with bring in 7, which is Dustin Rhodes. But obviously he can't now because he's recovered from his injuries. After getting double knee surgery, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, Commander's going to lose to Kyle Fletcher. That's his momentum building up for this year anniversary show where he's going to beat Hologram. I mean, you would think that, right? And then Kyle Fletcher, prove himself that he belongs in the main event. Because the match he have with Hangman, and that's gonna elevate him to be a world champion in the future. Which I figured he was already been in that position anyways in the first place. Especially after his program with Will Ospreay. But those are just on two, by the way. I'm pretty sure you don't know what's been going on with Hologram, but they've been doing these video vignettes. And which I haven't really seen it either. My first time seeing it was actually on Dynamite last night. Some basically some clone of Hologram, but he's evil.
They're doing. Let me guess. They're doing the whole Sin Azul versus Sin Cara Negro storyline.
That's basically what they're doing. Now this one is called Tone.
His name's what?
Tone.
Cone.
Or Coon. Or Coon.
Let me see. Let me see. That can't be his name.
It's Spanish meaning clone. Because they're both the same.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, so they're teasing this thing that's gonna happen. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the reason why Hologram's gonna be no longer undefeated, quote unquote.
Probably. Just
And I
wow.
like hologram. I want to take him wrong. I like hologram, um, but it's nothing that him being undefeated, like he's like global or Undertaker. Like get the fuck out of here.
I think it's great.
It's just one time country, childhood dreams that he had that he you know was creating his own Fed wrestling with action figures, whatever. Came up with the name hologram as a child, and then now that he's own a wrestling company, it was one matter of time for him to bring hologram to life, and he got this luchador from I don't know Triple A, CML, wherever he got it from, and he turned him into a hologram.
Yep.
But apparently during those times, him doing that as a child, he came up with an evil character of hologram.
Well,
So now he's going to, and now and it's going to, and what's happened with what comes to it to hologram versus Cone? It's going to lead to their Wrestle Dream match.
it's a dream match, so it makes sense.
So the question is, will it be on the pre-show or will it be on the main card? But then, knowing Sean Connery, it probably will be on the main card. Now I don't know who's on the evil clone it's going to be. I guess we'll see how it turns out first, how it develops. But you can see it around the wall there. This is going to be a blunder on Tony Khan's booking. If he hadn't already got enough of that already on his badge. But anyways, uh, and that's pretty much it when it comes to AEW. When it comes to, except for there's one thing I want to bring up when it comes to AEW, and which we're translating now to what that involves Gail Kim.
Oh boy.
Now, there's some things that Gail Kim said, not just what comes to AEW, but there was something else as well. When it comes to weapon, apparently there was something happened at GCW that Gail Kim mentioned,
Okay.
and basically, it was on her, and also it was on her Twitter account too. By the way, we came to it, because I guess she watched the match, whatever. I don't know if she did or not, but let's say if she did watch the match just to see how it played, how this match ended up being, whatever. Gail Kim comment on it, and and for someone just giving her opinion about what she thought about the match, because she's her dues, she's a legend in the business, a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how you look at it, no matter how people look at it, yeah, she's a Hall of Famer. But
It's not.
yeah, because if it's not WWE, it don't count.
Yeah, exactly. TNA doesn't matter.
but Gail Kim mentioned something when it came to this match that happened on GCW. And she was commenting on something that has something to do with a match that was full with garbage props.
Oh boy.
But basically, all she said was this was a garbage match. When when no storytelling. That's all garbage wrestling is now. That when it comes to GCW, that's all they do. They do garbage stuff. That's not really storytelling.
So
Because it's all for because it's all just all the piece of the, the bloodthirsty fans that waste money to go to these shows.
it's awesome.
But then again, so people say, well, it's better than pay $100 for a WWE show for nosebleed.
think it's great.
Yeah. So, what does the owner of DCW does? Which probably his name is Brett Brett Lauderdale, or how is his last name?
Okay.
About this guy, and this guy has been um who also was responsible for booking the match with Sabu versus George Janela, and try to like we want to put a wrestler out there, unless they're not really are very good to go. Which it was, I'm pretty sure it was very clear that Sabu wasn't really good to go, especially the details of what we heard about before he went out there, and then we saw how it ended up being with him being unconscious in the match, which went ahead calling off a little bit and bring out Sandman by time. We all know about Sandman takes a long time getting in the ring to save someone or whoever it was who was attempted to save.
Yeah.
But basically, he snapped back on the Yokim. Say, we do tell stories when it comes to filming something, like that's not what she meant. First of all, she's talking about storytelling when it comes to ignorant psychology, and she story has none of that because all they do is do what they figure out what should we what can we do on music next. He's like he actually doesn't understand. Yeah.
What does psychology mean? What does that mean?
We got a Brian Dancer match. We got a CM Punk match. We got a Seth Rollins match.
Those are just indie. Those are just indie vanilla midgets. Who cares?
Even Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. Those are examples of of storytelling. Now, even The Rock even does some storytelling in the ring.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, for example, he's always about storytelling in the ring.
Yeah.
So he hulks up, and he gets Hulkamania powers back.
Yep. Power Hulkamania.
Hell, even Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, Jake Roberts, Ted DiBiase. But yeah, I'm going on with this. You get my point, folks. That's what she was talking about. Not what Brett is trying to spin shit or what he what he wants you to believe what telling the story is his mindset. I'm not talking about what type of cinema you're trying to think of for GCW. But and they also said something about in the fact of has there been any memorable matches with Gail Kim? Gail Kim versus Austin Kong.
Yeah.
Gail Kim versus Trish Stratus and Molly Holly.
I remember her matches with the Brooke Tessmacher.
Yeah. Gail Kim versus Velvet Sky. Hell, even the majority of the beautiful people that she in the program with.
Yeah.
Gail Kim I can't remember I don't remember what my wrestler she wrestled, but it was during the whole TNA World Championship tournament they did. Active Mahara was stripped of the title because E3 strong wise. E3 was complaining that that was a screw job or something, right? I can't remember. I can't remember who she wrestled in that. I think it was Tigre Uno at the time. I could be wrong, but I could swear it was something to that effect. Tigre Uno was in the tournament too. Arthur Khan was in the tournament, and they wrestled in that tournament as well. Gail Kim versus Tessa Blanchard. Gail Kim versus Terrence Harrell. Gail Kim versus best in the program with the Dollhouse, which that ended up being also with Terrence Harrell as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gail Kim versus Michelle McCool. Gail Kim in that battle royal that she eliminated herself and she quit. You're telling what you trying to say here, Brett? Lauderdale, that none of us fans can call out Gail Kim's memorable matches that she had in. Hell, I remember she was in a program with the Bellas. Now I don't remember they had her match, but I remember there was a program they wanted to do with the Bellas and Gail Kim. I'm like, whoa, that Gail's gonna have to carry a lot of dead weight, to make that match, to be incredible, something like that, and on the W umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
And then and also in the same quote, by the way, I think it was the same one, but he also tweeted something else too. Basically, calling losers like Jim Cornette.
Yeah, boy.
With Jim Cornette, he was a great pride and pleasure to to call indie mug show garbage wrestling because he in his mind, because in his mind that's not wrestling, and he's not wrong. He's of course he's not wrong with that. And he points out exactly why the things they do is not wrestling. Especially you got that they have their guy Nick Gage who can't tell a difference between a wristwatch and a wrist lock.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah, but Drew Cornette heard about this and he replied. How he replied? He replied in a very professional manner. I could bring it up, but I guess I'll bring it up on the next night of BTA with Omega as well. Um, but without that is basically false. This will be to continue. Basically, I'll just give me a clip also of what I was saying. What was saying. What I'm saying here when it comes to the stuff I saw that was being tweeted. But
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna basically calling a loser to Jim Cornette to Dutch Mantel. I'm like, what does Dutch Mantel do? Unless he says something. I don't know if he said. I don't know if Dutch Mantel says something about that. But I don't think he watches GCW anyways. Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wrong. Brett Lauderdale was wrong for doing that. And he also called out Snow out from who does OVW. And yes, OVW they do some hardcore matches too, but not to the degree how GCW does it.
No.
And,
Mm-mm.
and, and they don't do it all the time. By the way, I just want to point out OVW does not do that all the time.
I mean, GCW is basically a wannabe ECW. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then he also want to say he doesn't just like Kim or anything blah 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 blah. I like but the way you were saying it can anyone say any can anyone say anything what was any memorable matches that Gail Kim had? Or because she had an opinion about a match that she thought it was garbage. And I don't have to watch the show to know it was garbage. I know it's garbage. Everything they do there is garbage.
Hence the name Garbage Can Wrestling.
There you go. Which is a great name that Tokyo all came up with. You but yeah, but I remember when I first watched GCW whatever Madison Square Garden. Um I can actually I probably watched some other GCW GCW shows before that. Maybe not all of them, but just snippets of it maybe. Mostly because of Matt Cardona and John Moxley, and some other people, that were important names. Because what actually watching GCW and you see these guys, we have no clue who they are, unless your name's Nick Gage or Joe Janela.
They're not real fans. What?
Yeah, but watching that GCW show from Madison Square Garden when they had Matt Cardona versus Joe Janela, that was the only memorable match, and the better of the match they did because they had you know some type of nostalgia they did, you know, and it was some callback for some things that happened on that show. That callback from ECW One Night Stand from 2006.
Yep. Didn't
That
they?
was
Didn't they
actually
have a show? Didn't GCW have a show in the Hammerstein Ballroom? You know, the same that happened in ECW One Night Stand.
I I can't remember if they did,
I
but
think they
it won't
did. 'Cause
surprise me. Won't,
I
won't
think
surprise
they,
me.
I think they did because I remember like that was. I think that was the one where like when Matt Cardona had like the flannel, like Mick Foley used to have, and it said F
Okay,
Mick Foley.
so, okay, so was that show? Okay, so it probably was that show then, because
I
I'll
think
remember seeing that
so.
one.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Hey,
I mean,
won't surprise me though
yeah.
if that was
Yeah.
negative.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, let's be real. Freaking Matt Cardona, he's still really the only reason why GCW even got any attention. So
Yeah, that's true.
he's really the only reason why I even knew it existed and was seeing what he was doing. Like when he was dressing with Vince McMahon, do rag Vince, and especially when he made the GCW World Championship the GCW Universal Championship, and he made a spinner, like stuff like that. What he was doing was hilarious. Like, he was basically being a
Yeah,
troll, and it was great.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. So I
And I
mean,
gotta point
without
out,
Michael Bennett, you know,
yeah, yeah, exactly. And I had to point
yeah,
out, the same Giselle show I wasted my time watching, that had Matt Cardona, which Matt Cardona, that was the only thing, that was the only thing of it was Matt Cardona, on that show, and thank God he won, by the way. But um, but it was the same show that also the Briscoes, had that tag team match in the main event, and I pointed out of all the Briscoes matches I've seen, and it's not their fault, but it was one of the worst tag team matches I've ever seen the Briscoes ever had. It involved some guy I didn't know and Nick Gage. I mean, I rest my case. The moment you hear the name Nick Gage, yeah, you know how it was shit. But Gail Kim basically was just giving her opinion, which because she's allowed to, because she knows what the fuck she's talking about, and she's also been in hardcore garbage matches too as well, but they were way better. Which by the way, what's about what memorable matches she had? What comes to that? Gail Kim versus ODB and Mickey James on TNA Impact Wrestling, because they were shooting under the name of TNA at the time. 2013. That was
yeah,
that was that was that was when the Bob Gory series, which I wish I would bring that back. But um and that match was good. That was I remember it was like the Q rules, whatever. But but it basically used steel chairs. I can't remember what props they used, but yeah, that's what hardcore wrestling should be about. It should not be about cutting shit with piece of cutters or butter knives or whatever type of or cheese grater, you know. And I know people will say, well, Tom Jr. used a cheese grater before, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, he has, and TNA did it too, by the way. But guess what?
yeah.
The things that are
I
the
think,
G story takes too far, and they always take things way too far.
yeah, basically. I still
And I
remember
find it
the
funny,
one. I think it was like what Abyss. Like he put like a cheese grater on Bully Ray's balls. I thought it was hilarious.
yeah, that was hilarious though. Yeah, now obviously,
Yeah,
his balls are really get hurt, but still, yeah, it was supposed to be
yeah,
entertaining.
yeah. It was funny. Yeah,
But yeah, but I find it funny that GCW say that ECW at the time in the 90s they're taking it too far. Even
at
though
times, I mean, at times they did. At
yeah,
times,
I'm not saying that
but
flaming tables,
obviously the
um
whole cross thing. That got a lot of backlash. You know,
I mean yeah that it did. And
yeah,
the match trans incident.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like GCW, like it feels like it's almost like a daily basis. They take it too far.
Hmm. I mean, did is there can they say they didn't go too far? GCW for what they gave to Dave Arquette, almost killing him.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so Gail Kim ain't wrong about that. Just like she's not wrong with this subject I'm talking about right now. And that falls back to AW. As it involves Riho. So she watched the match with Riho against Maurice Monet, I think. And what I'm assuming that's what she was referring to. But she also talked about watching Riho in the past too as well. Whenever she gets a chance to watch AEW on a certain basis, and basically saying that your Riho matches are not believable because of her size and and what she's dressed up as, like she's a schoolgirl, um, and yeah, and seeing someone like her or wrestle someone that's dresses her size, that is not believable. That's all she was saying, and I can't disagree with her with that because she's right. But that's not about Riho, when it comes to that people like about her, she gets that fighting spirit, what she does. Um, the matter how small she is. But she, and she's not saying that she's not talented. She's not good. She's just calling out what she was calling out of what she saw on TV. She doesn't mind seeing someone like a Mia Yim or who else? Can I bring up an Oscar? I think she's may have mentioned. Um, can't think of what else. Other Asian wrestlers that she mentioned. That she will watch, and they're more believable than Riho because they're not like the size of Riho. Yeah, and that's all Gail Kim was doing. She was just giving her opinion, and she mentioned something about mentioning Riho before, from years ago that they didn't really catch light of the whole thing because she was giving her professional opinions about it, but she's right to do so because she's a legend in the business and knows what she's talking about. For someone who worked behind the scenes for TNA Wrestling. So what happened with Gail Kim because of this? She got you know uh, you know attacked online by guess who? The sickos. They were in full effect going right after Gail Kim. And the things I heard, um, I couldn't believe it. Now I didn't see them, but judging by some people, talking about this subject, and they mentioned it. Oh, Gail Kim is racist. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh,
Racist.
she's trying to get a job with WWE or something like that. You know.
But how's she racist?
Oh my god, man, this is ridiculous, man. You mean once you want to go to Jim Cornette, because Jim Cornette doesn't have anything nice about Riho either. I'm not saying Gail Kim didn't, it's not saying bad about Riho, she didn't. Jim Cornette will insult her, just like he insults other wrestlers. But does that make him a racist? But then again, people call him out being racist because the whole thing with Stuart Strickland, Scott Fletcher. But so like this is ridiculous, man. But then again, I, I can't say I didn't see this coming from my way when I heard first heard of it. And I agree with Gail Kim what you said here. However, there is one hypocritical thing I need to say about this one because um, with Gail Kim wrestle someone twice her size, like an awesome Kong, and a lead Topper. And yeah, I guess you were saying, but at the same time, I got called out for being a hypocrite a little bit, just a little bit, for that. But the difference is, Gail Kim was not the size of Riho, because Riho is about what, 4'10", 4'11". She's small. She's somewhere on that range of being small. Kim, she's what, maybe 5'2", 5'3". If but if you count, if you wear high heels, she's probably 5'5". Hmm. But anyways, so Gail Kim, said that the Sickles went after her, and who else went after her too? And which I'm very disappointed at, Kenny Omega, the same Kenny Omega who brought in Riho from the rest of the Joshi wrestling to come to AEW, like a Hikaru Shida, like a Yuko Sakazaki, like a Emi Shakura. Sorry, I mean Emi Sakura. Excuse me. And there are women that came from after all that unfortunately didn't make the cut to go to AEW, but the ones that are there in AEW are haven't made the cut, like Hikaru Shida, Ariho, Yuko Sakazaki, Emi Sakura. So Ken Omega, he replied, something like a Gail Kim, and I'm trying to see what was that tweet. It was like a short tweet about Gail Kim, about what she said about Riho. Which again, Gail Kim didn't say anything harsh about Riho. She was just giving her opinion about how she felt about how they booking Riho. And also, Gail Kim also brought up too, by the way, where Riho is wearing this outfit that she wears. Again, like a schoolgirl, but in a way, it's like some type of foreplay Japanese fetish that they're dressing Riho up, when it comes to her wrestling, the way she dressed up last. Con, remember what they did with Saray from WWE?
Yeah, when they made her a schoolgirl, yeah. Like, and she
Yeah,
had like this bracelet, this necklace, and then when she came out, she'll have the ring gear on. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, now
What about
it
it?
wasn't to that degree that now yeah, I want to say it wasn't to the degree that how Riho is that, because Riho is looking is looking when it comes to when she takes sponsor all that, and it can be a little bit revealing, you know which is true. Now you can't say the same with Saray, because I don't remember Saray wrestling in that outfit. 'Cause I remember
Mm,
when they'll have just look at that just for show, and then when she gets to wrestle, she's not wearing the outfit. That's what I
no.
remember.
Yeah, like I said, she'll have the schoolgirl. Like they'll show her like come through like the girl position. She's having like the schoolgirl outfit, and then when she comes to the ring, comes to the entrance, she has a ring gear. You know,
Yeah,
basically, I guess pulling the Sailor Moon, if you will.
pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, when we see Rio on wrestle sometimes, and everything, this is Gail's point here that she said when Gail's wrestling, I mean when Rio's wrestling on the outfit, you know, there's a camera shot that will look up that will go up to her skirt, but she's right, and that's just last week, but 2 weeks ago with AW Dynamite, and then we can do All Out. That was that was a good example of what Gail can talk about. Now for me, I don't mind, because I don't mind seeing Riho, you know, at that view. pervert. But
Yeah, pervs.
but that goes for other women too. Yeah, I don't care about all means. Yeah, I love seeing that type of anxiety. But so go magazine, go Playboy magazine. Oh man, but yeah, again, Gail can just give her opinion and all what she was saying there, and I'm trying to find the quote that can make us say here on Twitter. However, here it is. This is what he said in reply of this. For someone who's supposed to be a professional, who I do think he's got the title name of being an EVP, right? For the company. This is what he said. Because it's one thing to say that to Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette will gladly be will take the hit for this. But it's another thing to say it to Gail Kim from King Omega. Now let's see, where's that tweet? I did have before, but then she's fucking ass down the way, like an asshole. Like this kid's an asshole.
I think it's great.
So once I find it, I'll read it. Basically, oh, here it is. Okay, this is his response to Gail Kim, and his response was another day and another, in piece of quotations here, legend, which can make a she is, doing the split on their, I mean, doing the splits on it for the yearly TKO gift basket. Well, here's the thing, Kim Omega. If she were to work for TKO slash WWE, they would have been offering her a contract. No, she's not. She's not doing that for that because she's married to a world famous chef.
Mm-hmm.
Where she says at 1.2 as well. She doesn't really do this wrestling thing, or because working behind the scenes and everything. Because if that's the case, then she would have quit a long time ago. After she retired, she would have quit a long time ago, and she would have been taken care of by her husband.
Yep.
And she also needs to go to these wrestling conventions, to get a couple bucks. So yeah, Gail Kim doing this for to try to figure out to land a job in WWE or TKO because she doesn't give a shit. She made her money. She already left a legacy that she's left for the world for women's pro wrestling for WWE TNA where promotions she also made wrestlers as well. And and for what? For having an opinion, that she's denying that was disrespectful. That was not the bury the company or the bury the town of Riho. She's just describing of what she watched, what she saw, and she just give her opinion about it because she's a veteran of the business behind the scenes and knows what she's talking about.
No, she doesn't.
But then you get these sickos and someone who I'm very disappointed in King Omega. Come here, I'm after her for like this. Instead of being professional about it, he did the most unprofessional thing.
Yeah, come on, Kenny, bro. Come on, bro. Do better.
Yeah, do better. We can't say the same to the sickos because that's already a lost cause for these sickos.
Yeah,
it's been a lost cause with these sickos. That makes me wonder, if one of our sickos is going to respond to this on YouTube.
I'm sure you probably have some people saying, "F Gail Kim." She wasn't all that good anyway. Well, you'll probably have some people.
Yeah, sure. So Nikki Bella, puts out 5-star matches out her ass.
Yeah,
You can look, but you can't fuck.
exactly.
Well, especially what she told McNair, when they Twitter exchange.
I think it's great.
But anyways, uh, um, so yeah, that's all there's to bring up with that whole thing. Like, it's ridiculous, man. The Gail Kim is getting backlash from this because oh you going to AEW, we don't want you here anyway. Go back to WWE. Wait a minute, if she would have gone back there, she would have been back there. Again, she's not begging or pleading for a job or anything when it comes to pro wrestling at this point out because she's done all that she can in pro wrestling, and she's not allowed to have an opinion about it, and and get bastardized because of this.
Yeah, bro, this is ridiculous, bro. I mean, I'm not surprised, with the sickos and online. I'm not surprised. Of course, they'll act this way. They can't handle opinions or criticism. They can't handle it. So what else?
So yeah, there you go. And that was your piece of AW to bring up the whole thing. The whole thing with Gail Kim, which was should not been a big deal, but unfortunately that ended up being a big deal. All right. Now we're getting break from AW for a bit now, because But here's one thing I want to bring about AW as well. No, nothing bad about it. Just on the lineup of what to expect for next week's show, since it's going to be the 6th anniversary of AW since making their debut on on national television. Let me see if I can try and find it here. And now also they've been up to the Wrestle Dream card, and like RJ said from earlier, the one match that's been announced so far for Wrestle Dream for September. I'm not sorry, not September, October 18th, 2025, which is going to be in St. Louis, Missouri, is Darby Allin for Jon Moxley in an I Quit match. So there you go. As for the other matches that's going to be going for, to do this women's tag team titles, tournament, that's probably good. It's going to lead to. We're crowned a new first ever inaugural AW Women's World Tag Team Champions. And we'll see who the Heyman and Page defends the title against. If it's going to be one of the Death Riders members. I don't know. I don't want to be real useless or you think I'm stupid? You think I'm stupid? I don't know. It might be Claudio, if I'm mistaken. But let's face it, we don't, they're not really doing a good job with him and Page's title reign as after being the Death Riders. And now here we are back with with the Death Riders once again with him and Page. But now I don't know what match they could come up with. Chris Sander, Marisha Freer in the match. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know if that's the idea they want to go with. Can't think of anything else they could do. I mean, the only thing we could think of, who's Michelle Jimenez going to face. Because to defend her TBS title, see if someone could stop that reign first, which That's not gonna be anytime soon. Especially if you look at that record, you know, which Jake Hager is one of the hosts that record of being the longest reigning speaker champion. But we shall see. But yeah, I don't know what else they could do for Wrestle Dream. Well, except for one match I thought too, by the way. Hologram versus Cone. Or Cone.
That is great. By the way, did you see TNA tonight?
No, I didn't get to.
Oh, there's gonna be a special surprise. I ain't gonna spoil it, but there's gonna be a surprise.
All right. Yeah, so I got you out much to tell Larry that yeah, that way I could, you know. But then again, does just involve it's going to Victory Road. Um, I just hope not. But we shall see. Um, when I get a chance to see it later on. That's when I'm done with this. But either way, let's see what's going on. The matches again for Dynamite. So next week, October 1st, 2025, in Hollywood, Florida, at the Hard Rock Live venue, Dynamite 6-year anniversary show. And what the fuck? They didn't even have matches lined up here. Okay, whatever. All I know is that Kyle Fletcher versus Hologram title for the streak. Tag match that's going to feature the Hangman teaming up with the Ops, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus the Death Riders, which I'm assuming is going to involve Claudio, Pac, and Daniel Garcia. And other than that, I don't know what they're going to do on the show. The debut of this evil clone of Hologram. But anyways, that's all there is to it for that. So we gotta mention this when it comes to Jazmyn Nyx. Jazmyn Nyx, and yes, I saw the vignette. I mean the segment, I should say, of what happened with Jazmyn Nyx backstage on NXT this past Tuesday. So basically, what happened with Jazmyn Nyx? You had Javon Evans being interviewed, and I don't remember what it was about really, other than him having a match against Josh Briggs for No Mercy, which we'll get to the predictions later. But in the middle of being interviewed, you know, Javon Evans, and also we hear some loud noise, commotions, and we don't know what it was because obviously there's two had the cameras on, Javon Evans being interviewed, and then they continue the interview, and then he's going to finish off his interview by saying, "Because your boy is bouncy," but he didn't get the chance to finish that because also we heard someone, calling for someone to get some help. So the camera, gets away from Javon Evans and the interviewer to go see what's going on, to see what's all the commotion is about. And there she was, Jazmyn Nyx, laid out. A referee found her, and then as
Should I lay down?
yeah, she got laid out. She basically, she's unconscious. Eyes closed and everything. We don't know what happened to her. But the referee sees this, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the two of the three failed influence members, the NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley walks up, and they're surprised and shocked, like, I think you was with her and all that, and then Fallon Henley's like, oh, do you think she, this person done this and that, whatever, and then Jesse James like doesn't matter, only stronger survives, and they just walk off. I'm like, wow, does that deserve an Emmy award winning for best acting? And does that also deserve an Academy Award winning for best acting too? This is what I'm fucking talking about with these segments that they do with the women's. They don't they don't act seriously when they do these roles. They just do the segment, just go through emotions, and that's it. They just walk off. It's just a meaning thing. Well, I'll say one thing: they're not going to get any Hollywood movie roles, performance, unless your name Jazmyn Nyx because of how she got laid out. And
Yeah, no, yeah, he will.
this was ridiculous. I was not happy with this segment at all.
Robert, you're just sexist. Just a minute, you're sexist.
Yeah, want to I watch Exhibit A. The women do not know how to act for shit. It's almost like Nikki Bella, type of acting. I wish you die in the womb, and Brie Bella's just, smiling, pretending to cry. That type of horrible acting. Oh my god, man! So the ref continues, the call for help, right, for Jazmyn Nyx, right? Well, folks, don't expect us to see her back anytime soon, because this was the way to write her off, because she's gone.
She's gone, man. She gone.
And why? And why she's gone? Well, she explained it, by doing a video of her, in her car.
Video. Yeah.
And she's playing, the 3-year contract that they offer her, to renew. What's gonna take care of her financially, and so about some other that she gone through before coming into to the company. Like, for example, she plays soccer, and for her, what she said, what, three knee surgeries she had. I could be wrong. I could swear it was like 3 knee surgeries she had. Um, and then you had, and then prior to her coming into WWE, where she, you know, had a broken nose, which is why she wore that face mask she did, which is why they did the whole thing with Claire Rose coming in there. Yo, with his dashing mask, if I remember that segment. I don't remember, it was that, what was it, was it last year that happened, or was it, because she said something about this year as well, that she also had an injury of it, and then she had some, and then she had, yeah, and then she had concussions that she had dealt with too as well. This based on what she was saying on this, it sounds like that I think she's by looks of maybe she's completely done with wrestling. I don't know if that's how you took it. That's how I took it in a way.
I mean, maybe. Well, you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't, because I saw the video yesterday.
Yeah.
And because when I saw, because obviously when I saw the attack of, who attacked Jazmyn Nyx, when I saw that, I didn't really think much of it. It's like, okay, they're probably gonna write her off. I wasn't thinking like she was gonna be like gone, be released or whatever. But when I saw the video, I was like, oh, I guess that was the way to write her off. So yeah, so she's no longer with the company. It kind of reminds me when Damon Kemp, when the whole world was talking about what happened, when he was leaving, and basically I remember like in storyline that the no quarter catch crew, basically attacked him, beat him up, and stuffed him in the back of a trunk of a car, basically to get rid of the body. Mistakes won't be tolerated. basically.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, so yeah, it really sucks because I did like Jazmyn Nyx, but I mean
Yeah.
whatever she does in the future, it's her choice. So we'll see what happens if she continues to wrestle. If not, we'll see. But yeah, that was way to write her off. So
And and yeah, and correction, it was four knee surgery she dealt with, by the way.
yeah,
So I was off. I was off by one other. But yeah, so yeah, Jack Nix is gone from NXT. WWE, when it comes to the video she put out. She had reasons why she want to resign. And for me, I think it's for the best too, because not saying I never liked her. I liked her. I actually did like her. And I like how she presented
yeah.
herself in the ring and how good she looks and all that. And she's a beautiful woman. Nice figure and everything. You know,
Mhm.
someone who came from New York. You know, and but his thing was this one with Jack Nates. Jack Nates was part of a faction that was Impact's losers. It was not going any better from there, even if she would have resigned. So,
Yeah,
if anything, she thought to put from there, from getting out of influence. You know, not saying she would have been completely damaged. And not not be able to to fulfill any career in WWE after that. Not saying she could be that driver status for life. You know, um, has she been better? With their influence, yes, she could have. The faction itself could have been booked a lot better. No, they every time when I see the faction, they're even and I said before, when they do win a match and when they do a post match attack, they get attacked, you know, and get beat up. So that's where the phrase came from. Every time I say this with F influence, you know, doesn't matter if they win, they still lose. Now sometimes it doesn't work out that way sometimes because sometimes they do stand tall after the beatdown, you know. But sometimes there are times which I was always been right oftenly, they always get beaten down. For the fight that they started. So was the fan supposed to go from here? To basically the replacement for Jack and Nace. You could have them replace Jack and Nace all they want. Doesn't matter because they're gonna still book them the same as they always been booking them. Losers.
unless they get someone that's actually like a big talent and you know change it, or they'll probably just split up. Like what happened with Toxic Attraction when Manny got released. So I think
Well,
that's the route they're gonna go.
what they do? We'll talk more a little more about it when we talk about No Mercy. Speaking of No Mercy, and I do want to yeah, again, Jackie Nake's which by the way, her real name, um, I remember her son, unless Ariana's is her middle name, if I recall. So yeah, Ariana, I mean Jade Ariana, uh, Gentili, I'm assuming that's how I say her last name. Either way, wish her nothing but the best. If she, it doesn't matter what she does, or if she wants to continue wrestling and go wrestling promotions. My advice to you: stay away from AEW. There you go. So, that being said, um, you could take the TNA route, like you know the former Jakar Jackson, who's now Mara Sade, and she's doing a great job there at TNA.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I think was she part of the tag team match with the Hardy Boys?
Yeah, she was. That
Yeah,
was a
when she
good
dressed
match.
as Leah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was. Mm-hmm.
My
Bro, you
hope
saw
was
TNA.
with the moonsault.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, my hope was with the
Um,
moonsault that she did. Like please don't do like Lita, because I want you to try to kill yourself there.
yeah.
But
You saw TNA.
it was actually it was actually a pretty perfect moonsault there. It was pretty great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
What you were saying?
Um, yeah, you saw TNA last week because I didn't get a chance to see it last week because I was busy.
Yeah, I saw it last week.
Because because obviously I saw because I saw some parts of it today, and I was actually surprised. I heard a certain Mister. I was like, what?
Oh yeah. He did came back,
Yeah,
which I
yeah,
find
because
funny. I find funny
yeah,
they came back because after his departure from TNA, which was it was all on him, his fault. He was at this indie
yeah.
show at one point, after his release, and he had these indie jerk offs chanting "fuck TNA, fuck TNA," and then
Oh yeah, I remember.
Ken's like,
I remember that back in the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
and, and then Mr. Anderson like, I agree, fuck TNA. Well, I guess
Oh
time
boy.
heal all wounds now, huh? Now, obviously,
I mean,
it was not the the regime now. I mean,
yeah.
from then I should say, from then it was not that type of regime for TNA, because now we got new regimes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, because I think he was still around when, like, even when they had like the owl as like the logo. Yeah, I still remember that chant. No, f that owl. I remember that.
I think he was there for a little bit, but then yeah, it was around that time
Yeah,
before I was gone. Because yeah,
yeah, he was there for a little bit because I remember like for a little bit he had like his own like talk show, I think it was
yeah, I
called
remember. Yeah,
Huh. Yeah, remember that.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I was trying to remember what was it called. You should remind me. It
Huh?
was huh?
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember much of it, but I just remember that he had it. You can kind of tell they probably didn't have much for him. So
But he got to love because he was repressing drunk.
yeah, I mean I mean I've seen he
That's what
has
they
a
fired him.
yeah. I mean I've seen interviews that he misses mistakes.
Yeah,
So
yes,
it looks like he's been changing. And
yeah,
yeah, like I
yeah,
said, time heals all wounds, and he came back. You know, obviously, I was surprised today to see that because I missed the episode last week, so I didn't see that. He had a like a interview with the uh
very good, sir.
Kazarian. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see him back, man. It's cool to see him back. I still remember his debut in TNA. I think it was Genesis 2010. Um, when he was gonna face Abyss, and obviously, he was doing his stick, Mister Ket Anderson. You know, but yeah, it's cool to see him back. And yeah, I've heard him said that
Another,
he would like to appear in WWE. So hey, you never know.
mm, you never know. Yeah,
Yeah. Imagine if
okay.
he did, Mister and Kennedy.
That'll be cool if he does that.
Kennedy. Yeah. I can see him probably appear in NXT. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So, um, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump right into NXT No Mercy. That will be taking place on the Saturday, September 27th,
Mm-hmm.
2025, at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I wonder where Lauderdale is from. It's from Fort Lauderdale. Wait, don't matter. Fuck him.
No
No,
way.
no memorable, no members, any memorable Gail Kim matches. Fuck off.
I do.
Anyways, they're gonna be at the FTL War Memorial Venue, and here are the matches. So far, we got 6 matches, but then again, these matches are overloaded, so let's just get rid of 2. Right, Triple H?
Oh boy.
Like seriously, all you have to do is just tell us we can't give you the match between Tiffany Stratton, Jay Cargill, and Nia Jax for WrestlePalooza because the show has concussion. I don't want to hear any bullshit because we don't want to overbook, overload, or over. You know, get the fuck out, man.
Well,
Just
yeah,
just tell the truth.
tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Oh my
But
god, man.
we didn't want to pull a AEW. You know, we don't have 13 matches in pay-per-view. You know, that's
Believe
why we
me,
have to structure it the way it is.
believe me, they can do 13 matches, WWE, and that's called you know what's called 2 nights of all these events. Give me a
Yeah,
break.
we that's why we do it. That's why we do it for SummerSlam and WrestleMania. You know, that's the only time we do that. It's the bigger shows.
you know what you know what what comes to WrestleMania and SummerSlam having 2 nights this year alone because we didn't obviously we were not fans of the first night so either WrestleMania or SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So how I look at it, that what they basically gave us from night one night for WrestleMania and SummerSlam was just a pre-show to the actual show for night two for both WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? Well,
Well, then again, WrestleMania in fact for night two was a disaster of a main event.
yeah, all because of Travis Scott, and the match wasn't really all that
Fiend,
great.
Fiend.
Fiend. They redeemed themselves with SummerSlam, so I'll give them that.
Oh my god, fucking.
I hate you, Travis Scott. I hate you.
Yeah, ultimately maybe want him to rock more too because he dished us. Know your role, shut your mouth, and enjoy the ride. If you smell, fuck you. And why I take your daughter with you? Anyways, by the way, did Ava was featured on the show on NXT?
Tonight,
I don't on on Tuesday I should say because not that I care because I didn't really watch too much event. I think only I care about was watching the main event, which we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get to that.
actually, no, I don't think she was there because
Go ahead.
they had Robert Stone and Stevie Turner. You know, because I remember one segment like what happened for the build up for Blake Monroe and
Yes, I
Jordan
remember seeing
Grace
that part.
match.
Yes, I remember seeing
Yeah,
that part.
so yeah,
Yes.
because I also saw Ava with The Rock, her dad for the Smashing Machine I think premiere. So that's why she wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I also remember seeing as I was skipping through just to get to the main event and to see that part what happened with Jazmyn Nyx as well. Um,
Yeah.
I saw unfortunately I saw Chase U. Like wow, that's still a thing. That's still a thing. But the thing is, it's not really being talked about, is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be, and this come from someone who actually likes you because I'm really the only one. Who does. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not really on this version of Chase you. I'm not really feeling it. I like the old.
Even though
I like the one. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was gonna say even though I don't care about the group that much, I like when I first saw they came back, I like and then afterwards, like I really don't hear much about them.
Yeah, it's just not bad, but it's just like it's definitely not the same as like Thea Hale and Duke Hudson. It's just not
Well,
the same.
ain't that a bitch, Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, it's just honestly, bro, you should have just kept it dead and gave Undertaker something else because this one ain't working for me.
That's what I
And
was
listen,
saying
like I said,
too.
yeah, because I like Chase U. I did like I enjoyed Chase U. Like I enjoyed it, but this version just I don't know. It just feels like a former show of his. It feels like a show of his former self. It doesn't really do it for me. I don't get excited to see Chase U. I don't do the thing anymore. It's just like man, it's just not the same, man.
So what you told me is that Chase U from the beginning was actually more excited than the Chase U that's that they give me now. Like it's like a watered down version of them.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that is basically a watered down version of it. Yeah, because at least like
Wow.
when they were doing it, like I was like I was always excited to see Andre Chase, just cursing and teaching his class. It was hilarious. But this is just
I mean, there were parts. I'll be honest. There were parts that I did find funny of that when they did. But those times I didn't doing over the top of this and all that and everything. But I agree. I get what you're saying though. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm like, damn, man. When I heard they came back and all that, 'cause I saw that they did some type of progressive commercial to present something. Uh,
Yeah, and then they showed like a vignette of like Andre Chase like bringing back the shirt and stuff.
yes. Oh man. And then from there, I was like, I haven't heard. From there, for me, I haven't really heard much about them after that. They didn't even have a PLE.
No, no, they haven't. At least during the time when they were a thing like a real thing, they actually were in PLEs. You know, this version
Yeah, they
isn't.
were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they can't even find time to put on the pre-show, and there's no pre-shows on matches anymore either. So
yeah, they don't do pre-show matches, especially not for NXT.
that's
So yeah,
you're the AW. Yes, that's what you should do now. No more pre-show matches.
the numbers are ours. Yeah,
But anyways, all right, all right. So let's get to some matches here, because we do have 6 matches. Um, but I want to, but the point I was trying to make here with the whole thing with having 6 matches here, I want to hear any more bullshit from Triple H or WWE from main roster saying we don't want to overload shows anymore. Yo, just because what happened, because what happened with Tiffany Stratton, especially
man.
prior to other events you did, like a class in Paris with 6 matches, WWE Evolution 7 matches. Get the fuck out of
Well,
here!
that's
Nonsense.
different. It's different. It's different.
It's and especially when they were trying to who was it someone from TKO or High Russell WWE whatever said that they want to make WrestlePalooza one of the big pay-per-views. Well, ESPN didn't think that after they watched the show. The only thing they liked about that the only thing they liked about the show was Tiffany Care versus Sky. They get a higher grade number than the other matches that presented on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the show overall wasn't rated special. The Triple H, the whole thing of surprises. Oh yeah, Pat McAfee was that what that wasn't really a surprise. We all knew on day before that he's coming in because they were in Indianapolis. And then what? The Undertaker make a surprise appearance, which it was a surprise. Even this was a surprise. Man being inducted to the Hall of Fame, they're doing it early. But after that, but besides that, what else surprise? What they're at really? What else surprise they could have done for the show? Especially when they changed the matches of what was supposed to happen, because originally John Cena was supposed to win, which that would have been a bad move to do that. So I'm glad they changed that. They changed that. um, and the other finish they wanted to do as well was Randy Orton being involved of losing the belt. Even if it was he did it on purpose or he did it you know or he didn't mean to do it, and it was going to partly to or starting to heal. So Drew would have been the champion, but Triple H wanted to do Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, to do their storyline, and Drew McIntyre got fucked over.
Well, hold on. He still has a chance at us, adversary. So stop crying.
Yeah, in War Games, it's not for a championship, so that much.
So hey, patience.
Oh yeah, so like next good has to wait patiently while he keeps losing.
Yeah, don't worry. Drew McIntyre will cry about it again, like he did last year. So,
Yeah. Anyways, so let's get to the show itself. So, um, JCJ with Fallon Henley versus Lola
mhm.
Vice. JCJ will defend her NXT Women's Championship, and I think Lola Vice will win here.
Yeah, I think she might win. Yeah, and like I said, I think this might be the beginning of the end of Fatal Influence. So, and I think
Mhm.
taking off the side Jacy Jane will definitely cause more cracks to it. So, yeah, I think Little Vice finally gets her chance, to be women's champion.
Or they could have a competitive match with these two, and then once
Hmm.
we get to the end of how the match is going to finish, JCJ will and Lola Vice will have a stalemate, whoever, and they go clash
Yeah.
each other in the middle of the ring. Want to stop, JCJ will pull her hand up, finger poke of doom, Lola Vice lays down, and then JCJ goes for the cover,
Oh,
1, 2, 3, and Lola Vice,
uh,
is now part of the Infinite Influence.
oh,
It was all
wow.
a ruse.
It was
They
all a
got us. They
ruse.
got us.
Yeah, in fact, you know what, I got better. We're gonna ring the bell, and then Lola Vice pokes Jacy Jane, and then she pins her. The finger poke of doom of NXT. There you go. It's all a ruse.
Oh my god. And by the way, it was about the time. Just Nyx. That's why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Imagine if it was just something like that. That'll be bad. That'll be horrible.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
No, but no, that ain't happening. But yeah, I just do a little back for you. Yeah, and you're right. This might be the cracks you would have been. And Jeff Nyx was one of them before being taken out. Oh, whoever it was that took her out. Now here's the thing. Will they go back to will they ever go to you know back to that well? Just or do some investigation of who took out Jazmyn Nyx, and will we ever find out who did it? Probably not. But we've seen turnaround like this before with WWE when they do things and they don't know what to go with it with this. So just you just move around and forget this ever happened. So whatever. But anyways, next match: Soruka with Zarya versus uh Lelani
Laney Rain.
Reed.
Laney
Okay,
Rain. Laney Reed.
okay, Lenny Rain. Okay, that's how it
Or Reed.
means.
I bet.
And
Yeah, Laney Reed.
and it's yes, Lenny Rain did she did Lenny Reid she did win the tournament by the cancel rate. I didn't see that match, but I saw the
Mm-hmm.
brackets. And so yeah, Lenny Reid will be facing Saruka for Saruka WWE Women's Speed Championship. So this will be a short match though, but Soko's going to retain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's gonna return.
And again, I have no idea who she is. And based on how the speed matches works, I'm not really seeing much of what she could do, for 2 to 3 minutes tops. Just for me to give an opinion about if she's gonna be anything special. But I was supposed to ever see her wrestle. So so for me it would be, I guess it would be my first seeing her wrestle on when we get to see No Mercy. So there you go. We get to All Ego, Ethan Page, who I loathe, versus
Ego.
a Kiss with a smile. Um, but he goes up again. Davion Heights. Ethan Page will defend his NXT North American Championship. I think this one, Ethan Page is gonna lose. Davion Heights might become the new North American champion.
Okay. All right. This will be a big
Maybe.
win for Savion if it happens.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, so there you go. Let me get to your boys Bouncy Javon
Your
Leonard
boys bouncy.
against Josh Briggs.
Yeah, they've been feuding for a little bit now. Ever since what was it, Heat Wave?
Mm-hmm.
After Heat Wave. Yeah. All right. I think I think
Um,
um I think maybe Josh Briggs probably wins it. Maybe.
Probably. Yeah. Mm. That's what
Yeah.
you are. I really don't care about this program, but hopefully they'll
You're
put a
right.
good match. Hmm. All right.
Yeah. I think it should be a good match.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it will be. But yeah, there you go. That's, but then we get to Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe, where Stevie
Yep.
Turner and Rob Stone they announced not only this will be a weapons match, but then it'll be known as a weaponized steel cage match.
Yep. Yep.
Holy
So I mean,
shit!
weaponized.
I this
Yep.
match is gonna be so
It's gonna be
killer or
awesome.
match of the night.
Yeah, I think this might be match tonight.
That's probably wins.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. Who wins?
Is this the third match or is it,
No. This is their second match because
okay? Okay.
He Wave. Yeah. Yeah. Because they haven't had a match since He Wave. So this is their second match.
All right. I'll give the Jordan Grace.
Yeah, because with Jordan Grace.
It's not over until I win.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's the intro to her theme song. It's not over until I win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the intro, bro.
It's not over until I win.
Okay, I can hear it now.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute, what that was her at first. Oh, okay.
yeah,
It's not over till I win. So basically, the death rebel. Her. Great.
yeah. I mean, her theme song ain't bad. It ain't too bad. But obviously, it does compared to her TNA theme song. Sirens. They should have kept the sirens. To be honest, I think they
They
should have kept
should have.
that. But but I'm really excited for this match. The weaponized steel cage. I always like when they have the weaponized steel cage in NXT. So, and for this feud, and by the way, I did. I don't. If you did you see Blake Monroe's outfit that she was wearing during the brawl?
Oh yeah, I did.
Like it kind of reminded me of remember when Tony Storm came back. After
Mm-hmm.
Mariah May at the time was her name. When
Mm-hmm.
after she betrayed her and she had this outfit on before she went to attack her.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, I
kind of
remember.
that's
Yeah.
kind of what it reminds me of.
Coming
Yeah,
out from Michael Myers. Coming out of Michael Myers, your remake or something.
yeah. And also, I remember Blake Moreau actually had a vignette, because obviously, this is after Jordan Grace made her bleed, she made her mouth bleed, and obviously,
Yeah.
Blake Moreau was pissed off about that, and she had a really dark, bathtub vignette. So it's really
Mm-hmm.
interesting. They're definitely bringing more of her sadistic side, to NXT. We've seen that in AEW, so it's cool that they're bringing it in to NXT.
I, it's something.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see this match. This my match of the night. So
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Um.
yeah,
Now based on real pick my room throwing blood. Gotta have blood here
hmm
again, right?
and we'll see. We're probably coming from Blake Monroe, maybe she'll bleed again. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make her the Joseph Park of NXT, and anytime she's blood, she's gonna go crazy.
This was a part here. Oh, well,
Yep.
first part, I should say. As long as Bruce Richardson not bullying him behind the scenes.
Mm.
But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
all right. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this match anyway. First match was good too.
Yeah, the first match was really good. Yeah, so I'm sure this is gonna be much better. So
Yeah. And the main event. Now, the main event, it was to determine who Ricky Snake was going to face between Obafemi or Trick Williams, because on NXT, the main event, Trick Willie, who was the TNA champion, to defend it against Obafemi, to him to defend his NXT championship. And the match they had was pretty good, on NXT.
Yeah, it was.
But at the same time, you also had some TNA wrestlers coming out of BC.
Yep, and you even saw it even before the match. Like they showed some of them walking, in the parking lot, which the most dangerous place in NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I saw this, like, we're gonna have a little invasion going on.
Holy shit! It was only a matter of when it was gonna happen. It has to be on commentary. And both he was being so suspicious, and yeah. Like, I feel unsafe, sucker.
Yeah. Where's Black Snow when you need him?
He kept saying, I feel unsafe. like someone's gonna whack him or something.
Well, you never know, sucker. I've been TNA sucker, and it's crazy there. So.
Oh man, but yeah, so a lot of TNA are wrestlers over there, just around the ring. Hey, we saw this is Xia Li. What you doing nowadays? Well, she's now Ling Lee. And then we saw the Iconics. Oh, it's the Iconics. Payne Royce, Billy Kay. What they been doing as of late?
Yeah.
Oh, that now the inspiration. Cassie Lee and
Jesse. I think it's Jesse McKay. I think.
Jesse McKay. Jesse McKay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw Alicia for.
Yep.
I mean, if anyone even still remembers that, well, I don't think maybe recognize her anymore because nowadays she's looking like a crack whore.
Whoa, Robert.
Yeah. And by the way, and by the way, what she's doing nowadays? Well, is that doing crack or recovering from crack? Well, if that's what you want to call it. She's going by Victoria Crawford. But I got a new name for her now.
Oh, I don't know.
You know how I always always found it funny where Norman Darrow was just saying, Vince McMahon says, her last name Fox by saying Fox, Fox because of his accent. Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny with Vince.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
But Norman Darrow did make it funny though. But I was wondering why was he saying it like that? All the time. And I found out, it was Vince idea. I'm like, oh.
I think it's great.
So my new name for her now, going forward, will be Alicia Who Gives a Fuck.
Wow.
Looking like someone coming out of rehab but mistaking herself by going into the shelter with a crack face or so.
Wow. Yeah, Robert's race is confirmed. Wow.
And by the way, she still nothing new. She's still terrible. Whatever type of voice she's trying to use now. I like it. Why did they hire?
Well, I mean, she needed a job, so
Yeah, because the Indies wasn't doing well for her, I guess.
it was paying the bills. So
But she was there too, and they teach her Alexander. He was there too. Frankie Kazarian, Eric Young, Moose.
uh-huh. Moose, yep.
All I was missing was Sister Blanchard.
Oh, they never gonna have her.
Never gonna happen.
Never gonna have her there.
Never gonna happen. Yeah, forget that, folks. Never gonna happen.
The most years is in TNA, and probably talking about it. That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, I mean, she's on her best behavior, but again, I still want to give anyone's hopes up for that.
Yeah.
So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yep, we got the NXT and TNA brawl. Something I've been wanting for a while, and now we got it. We got the NXT.
And Mitchell's didn't know me that much on here.
No, he did a good job with this. Really selling the carnage, the craziness of what was going on.
That's my kind of worries here. All like how they got him back in all this. I like, all right, he didn't do bad. For once.
Yeah, Robert like, it's a TNA guys. about a big.
Oh God.
Well, you know what? It'd be funny, bro. If like the Hardy Boys came in with with Webby.
I'm surprised it was.
Oh yeah, they weren't there. Yeah, but it'd be funny if Rebby came out and she had diaper bag. Oh my God, she has a diaper bag. I was like, oh, they brought back that spot. Oh no.
Oh God.
She had a hammer. A diaper bag. That's still my favorite calls, bro. It's so hilarious. but this is great. But this is great brawl, bro. Obviously, Matt Cardona was there. Formerly Zack Ryder. He was back in NXT.
Well, he had the most pop away when he was there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He did. Yep. And obviously, he's been in NXT.
You would have thought the internet broke after that.
Yeah. I mean, he came back to NXT. I remember he was there for a little bit as Ty Bros with Mojo Rawley. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was really cool, man. It's really cool to see this. So it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if we'll want to
do it.
Yeah, maybe maybe Worlds Collide. Or I was thinking, and this would be awesome if they do it, bro. Imagine TNA Lethal Lockdown with Team NXT versus Team TNA. Bro, if that.
Oh my God,
dude,
that's it. Dude, if that'll be the own war games.
Dude, yeah, because obviously Survivor Series has war games. So if you can't have any war games, just have TNA Lockdown, bro. If they come out and say, imagine Real Regal comes to TNA and he's like, "Oh, to settle this, Lethal Lockdown." It's like, ah! Dude was like, "Oh, bro, if they announce that, Lethal Lockdown, oh, yes, we got it, yeah." So it makes me wonder what they're gonna do. What is Worlds Collide? Maybe it's Lethal Lockdown, or maybe didn't they have a show called Multiverse something?
With New Japan and Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had a show like that. Yeah, so maybe that was something, But I'm really, whatever it is, I'm really excited to see this Team NXT versus Team TNA, bro. Sign me up. Something I've been wanting ever since they have been partners. So I'm glad we're getting it, man. I'm glad we're getting it.
Yep. So yeah,
it'd be funny. I just thought something. It'd be funny, bro, if someone pulled a JBL and it's look at the TNA guys. Those are our guys. We made those guys famous. Zack Ryder, Alicia Fox, uh, uh, Cedric Alexander, you know, Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler. We made them famous. That'd be hilarious or something. A Top Dollar. We made them famous.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So Steve Macklin. Yeah, I did forget you. I forgot about you. Wow. I forgot about you, son. Yep.
The TNA
Yeah, which
champion.
Yep, he's TNA International Champion. Yep. By the way, beautiful belt. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for this, bro. I'm really excited. This is something I've been wanting, and we're finally getting it. So,
and the process of all this brawl going on, that's when we see Ricky Saints walk into the podium with the belt. Is that? And then Obafemi gets back up after being sent to the sales match, and basically Saints and all, and they had a stare down. So, based on the results of the match, obviously Trick Williams won by disqualification, which means he's the TNT champion. I mean, the TNT champion.
This AW smart.
Yeah, this is AW. But AW can't book anything smart to do or innovation or Ring of Honor versus the AEW. That should still a long time ago, by the way. So
yeah, honor no more. Right?
Oh God, yeah. But is still your NXT champion, and yeah. So so much for you know, because now it's against Ricky Saints. That's basically back to the drawing board here. Back to the original match. So.
Yep.
And being said, if Obafemi loses, does that mean he's getting the call up?
I mean, it would have to be because, like, what else could he do in NXT? You know,
Yeah,
you have to be called up.
I mean, unless you want to go back to Obafemi with Braun Breaker, keep it the title again. I'll do that.
Yeah, you know what we'll do? We're gonna make him Grand Slam champion, and we're gonna have him team up with Paul Cruz. You know, since he's Nigerian. Yeah, so and they're gonna go for tag titles. There you go.
There you go. That's one key bit. So.
There you
go. The tag titles. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, so yeah, don't work over this. I think Mark gets to win here, and maybe he gets called up. That we all from his reign going into 2026. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still excited to see the match though, but I'm gonna stick with Obafemi though, because I'll keep hearing about Ricky Saints obviously getting called up. And that's when I also hear about something with Ethan Page as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go with Obafemi.
Yeah, I think I'll put him my retain. Yeah. And yeah, I could probably see Ethan Page getting called up soon. So I think he's ready.
Mm-hmm. And that was the No Mercy. But you know what? It's so overbooked. We should take 2 out. That's good. Oh God. Is the main roster? So, the main we probably would say is to if we want to overbook it. All right. So that being said, Now we move on to TNA Victory Road. Now, obviously, this was later on tonight, actually. 26, 2025. And they're going to be in Edmonton, Alberta, and I don't know if this could be a match, but based on what I'm seeing here, it's 8 matches lined up so far. And by the way, Rich Holland, this as something mentioned here. Last week's TNA show, Rich Holland made his TNA wrestling. Well, I do. He was there in TNA, he's been in TNA before. I just don't remember what he did there. Yeah, what that time. So at the same time, the last time they did, WWE they ended with Rich Holland. I just don't know. But unless he was injured and this is him returning, I don't know. I can recall of any note of what I have done since then. But the reason I mention him is because Rich Holland will have a match against Mike Santana. And that means Rich Holland is gonna lose.
Yep.
So Mike Santana is gonna be he's going to win matches all the way up to Bound for Glory. So yeah, good luck with that. Because Rich Holland returning only to lose, that was I don't think that would be I don't think that's for him to make his return to TNA wrestling programming, just for him to be to Mike Santana. But it's whatever. Else, yeah, I think to someone else. But this is what they chose, and they have to live with it now. All right. I guess you have to tip out. I don't know. But didn't get to Leon Slater to defend his TNA X Championship. Reed and let's just call it this. Flippy flip type of match, but way better than what AW presents with those type of flippy flips matches and all. So, but either way, and at the end, he's winning and retaining his X Championship. Then we get Moose. Oh, sorry, he's Moose ain't champion. But Moose facing Mustafa Ali, with Moose gaining. Oh, sorry, not Moose winning. Mustafa Ali's gonna win here. He's gonna beat Moose in this match. So then we get the Elegance brand, Heather and by Elegance with the first cross here for the TNA Knockouts World Championships against the Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay. And I would say the Inspiration, sometimes going to have the Elegant brands win here, just because the Elegant are now champions for the gold in TNA wrestling. But they want to hold off and really get that Bound for Glory to get the prime moment for the Inspiration. That's probably why I would do that. So Chelsea. Then we get to Steve Macklin defending his TNA International Championship against Frankie Kazarian. And I see a win here for well, now I think about it, something tells me that we're gonna have Frankie Kazarian win here because of his affiliation with now the turning heel again and take something. Because now he himself with the king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, and with him involved in the match, unless Mr. Ken, Mr. Anderson is taking involved in this match. But, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, and it's the impact, of the home show. Just that, uh, but we shall see too as well. But but Sunday Sunday, Frankie Kazarian's going to win here. Frankie Kazarian's going to win the TNA International Championship. But for my safe pick here, I'm gonna go with T-Mac to retain. So there you go. Eric Young versus Joe Hendry. I say Eric Young wins here. He has been doing a lot of losing. I don't see him losing this match. Especially he kept saying coming and this is had to get rid of now. Yeah, the normal Army is no longer with Eric Young. Now, so hopefully they'll be more than Eric Young. I'm not the center there. But we'll see what they do with them in the tag division for like, and see what they are without being lackeys. Like the great good the great good hands attack. It's the great hands. They're called the great hands because before they were called the good hands, but when they're being booked as losers, and being jobbers, I'm basically label them as the enhancement talents. But they're the great enhancement talent now because they're in the same position they were before. Doesn't matter if are with Mustafa Ali, and Touch Steel when it comes to doing the order 4. Or enhancement talents. But anyways, but I'm gonna go with Eric Jones for the win here. To a tag team match player, Hala Hala, the Nemeth brothers, Nick and Ryan versus Matt Cardona and the Hometown Man. I guess this match was made during the Golden Show edition. Okay. Who wins here? Matt Cardona and the Hometown Man. The Hometown Man has not lost a match since then. So, and there you go. I guess the Hometown Man is their answer to, the Great American Con, I was gonna say the Great American Con, no bash like that. I meant Grand American to say. But there you go. Either way, whatever. And now I know it's gonna be the main event, folks, because actually, they haven't given us a main event. I think the main event was supposed to be something involving the national championship. I think the car here. Other than it's just like a strong car here to begin with. But the match here I'm going to talk about here now is the last match I'm going to talk about is Cedric Alexander versus Trey Miguel versus Zachary Wentz in a 3-way match. Why? I have no idea. I got to watch TNA to find out why is this even a match to begin with, and why is it on the show. But as far as who wins here, you got to give it to Cedric Alexander. Give it to him. He hasn't gotten much of any wins. 14-day reviews. So he's got to get one. Give him one. Now, you're also wondering, after going to his car, he's saying that's it? Yeah, that's it. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a pre-show. I don't know. They would have told us if this was going to be a pre-show, but there isn't. But it's nothing of this you all need to know. Where's Ash by Elegance versus Masha Slamovich, where Ash by Elegance was going to defend her TNA Knockouts World Championship. That was going to be the card of the show, the match. It was supposed to happen. Not anymore. Cards are subject to change, and unfortunately for this card subject to be changed, it's for a good reason because Masha Slamovich isn't involved of a domestic violence allegation that she caused with a boyfriend of hers, who's a wrestler who goes by the name of Akira and Akira Tozawa. Doesn't mean you in Japan for respect. No, it's not even Francisca or Akira. I'll put you all those guys. Yeah, Akira. Now I don't know that's only his wrestling name there. I don't know what his other name is supposed to be, but Akira is the name that they're going with. Who used to be the boyfriend of Masha Slamovich, of their relationship. And what I saw when it comes to their tech exchange with one another, and pictures I saw of Akira being treated the way he's being treated by Masha Slamovich, and Masha Slamovich, being vile, cruel, a monster. All these exchange of text messages between one another to a point where Akira at one point 3 times wanted to take his own life. TNA had every right to do what they got to do. They suspended her and removed her from the card of Victory Road, which is why Ash by Elegance, Ash by Elegance, I should say, Ash by Elegance, and I'm trying to be respectful here for Ash by Elegance because she got fucked over to a match that she was looking forward to be a part of for Victory Road in the Bound for Glory. Even though I wasn't excited, I wasn't excited at all to see Ash wrestle, but Ash by Elegance, she's just what she wants to do. It's what she wants to be part of. When it comes to being a pro wrestler moving forward after WWE, and just the team wrestling giving her the ball to run with. Even though I don't agree with it, but she's there to make the best of it. She's hasn't embarrassed the company unless it's her wrestling and acting, but um but she hasn't embarrassed the company at all outside of stuff. That's of her personal stuff. Hopefully there's not a level of what Slamovich has done because she embarrassed the company for the stuff that come out of nowhere of this by Akira. Now he didn't mean for it to come out in public. I don't know what his term was. He wanted this to come out to where no one was going to talk about it to the point where it was talked about. And unfortunately, it got everyone of the wrestling news talking about this. And now everyone knows about it. And TNA Wrestling and other promotions that booked her for these shows to be as well. It's not just the TNA Wrestling she's on the contract and wrestles for, but other shows that she's a part of, that she goes as well. And looking at this, when it comes to TNA Wrestling being partners with WWE and all that, this is the last thing they need. Because someone that under TNA Wrestling is someone who's a danger to this person when they were in a relationship. Where their information is being leaked out like that to the public to see, to embarrass them so much. That's going to affect the partnerships. When it comes to BE and TNA, because they had to do what they had to do. They the right things. Not saying they're never the right things. With this new regime, they've been doing a very good job so far when it comes to it. Unlike other regimes has done it in the past. But they just try to sweep it under the rug again. But then doesn't just it never happens, and we'll try to work through it. No, what they're doing is they're doing the right move here, right? Removing her, suspending her, and other promotions did it too. remove her from future shows that she would have been a part of on the wrestle for. I hope GCW does the same thing too, because Masha Slamovich also does things with GCW as well. I don't agree of her doing stuff with GCW, um, but hopefully GCW smart enough to not do anything with her either after this. So the match was canceled. Of Masha Slamovich getting her shot against Ash by Elegance on Victory Road for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, which was Masha Slamovich going to win? No, because they wanted Ash by Elegance to go to battle for glory against Indy Hartwell, and for Indy Hartwell to get her crowning moment against Ash by Elegance. So they're not gonna have Masha Slamovich win the title from Ash by Elegance to go into the battle for glory just for to lose to Indy Hartwell. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind it either way, Masha Slamovich, because she's willing to do the job. Well, I'm pretty sure she is willing to do the job for someone like Indy Hartwell. I don't know. Now it doesn't look good either way, folks. With Masha Slamovich, if these continuously are undergoing an investigation to go into this deeper to see who's at fault of this domestic violence from one another, and it sucks too. Here I am praising Masha Slamovich of coming into TNA wrestling for the majority of for a good 2 to 3 years so far in the company, and then she this news comes out of nowhere, and it just hits me like a ton of bricks. I don't know if Masha Slamovich made any statements or addresses this whole thing, unless she's got lawyers, comes to it, and lawyers tell her not to say anything about it, because that's how it works sometimes in the court of law. But if she says that, if she says something about this, try to clear her name, whatever. I just hope she doesn't take the route of Tessa Blanchard, the way that Tessa Blanchard, try to put herself out there as the victim, playing the card, and saying things like you're doing this for clout, and just not addressing the whole thing of it, and not apologizing for that and everything. I just don't want her to go on that route, like Tessa Blanchard did. But only time will tell. We shall see it where if we get more updates about this about Masha Slamovich. But as of right now, she's been removed from TNA wrestling and move forward, suspended indefinitely until they get further, information about this whole thing with her and her ex-boyfriend. But there you go, folks. That was the card for TNA Impact. I mean, TNA Wrestling, I should say, for Victory Road. Not a strong card, folks. Not a strong card at all. Match with Mike Santana and Rich Holland. Not a strong match at all. Leo Slater and Mara Reed for the TNA Exhibition Championship. Yeah. Moose versus Mustafa Ali. Sort of. The Inspiration versus the Elegance brand. Not so much. The United versus Perfect Kazarian. I can say that. In fact, this should be the main event. Eric Young versus Joe Hendry. Yeah, I can say that. The Nemeth Brothers versus Macadona and the Hometown Man. It's going to be for entertainment purposes, so whatever works. And the three-way match out of nowhere, which I'm pretty sure this was the replacement for, Summer Bridge versus Ash Elegance for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. But Cedric Alexander versus Trey Miguel versus second wins, really, that's your best substitute for the match. When it comes to this whole situation with Masha Slamovich. Oh, something better than that. Not saying these three guys ain't great, but um, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That I don't care for that match at all. To me, just to be honest with you, I don't care about the match. Will be a great match. I'm pretty sure it will. These guys are gonna work their asses off to make it a great match, but I'm probably not really gonna care unless it surprised me. Well, only time will tell. When we get to talk about this again. So, all right, folks, there you go. That's what we're gonna see from there. So, that being said, I'm gonna end it from here. So, thank you for watching. For the True Jaybird, it's Natural Born Driller saying, peace, stay safe, take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world. For I am out here. So, that's all for now. As I bid you all an attitude. Goodbye and good night. Bang. Next time we do an episode of Being the Asylum, folks, will be episode 249, which is later on tonight, with You'll Make a Red. And I got to let everyone out the Drinking Jars panel group chat to download postpone that one for Tuesday instead. But for now, folks, we'll see what happens on a Saturday, which I'm pretty sure I'll make Red's going to do a live streaming when it comes to watching NXT No Mercy, which I'll be able to watch. Unfortunately, at the time he's doing it, I'll be at work. So I won't be able to watch it later tonight. I mean, later on that night, I should say. There you go, folks. Being the Asylum episode 249 will be later on tonight. Hopefully, we'll make a red this time. This part of it, and we'll go to the question. We'll do No Mercy and Victory Road. It's a show that hasn't happened yet because the show is later on tonight. So we shall see. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other. God bless. Peace and take care.